Hi friends, welcome back to your own channel Technical Sahil. Guys, today's video is not just a normal technical tutorial. Like usually my videos are about how to install something or learn how to set up something. In today's video, we will build something. Yes, we will build something absolutely from scratch. Basically, it's an online business which, if I tell you the truth, is also one of the part of my own multiple income streams. First, from the title and thumbnail, you must have understood which business I am talking about. Yes, today we will build our own platform similar to GetResponse, Sendinblue, MailChimp, or any other email marketing platform. Right from scratch in about just an hour. I'll tell you everything from connecting the domain to the server, how customers will sign up to your website, take their pricing plan, and send their campaign. I'm sure after seeing the title and thumbnail, you have clicked on that video and are still listening to me. That means you know very well the impact and potential of this bulk email marketing service provider business. So, why should you do this business? I don't think I need to explain this point to you as you know it better than me. So, I'll only focus on where and how we can start, which I am going to start telling you without any delay. So, guys, to start this business, I am presenting the requirements to you in two scenarios. The first scenario is suppose you are a beginner, you don't have a big budget, you are only interested in doing this business but your technical knowledge is not that up to the mark, means that it's not based on that level where you have ever done email marketing by creating your own SMTP server. In this case you should have only four basic requirements, that is one domain, server, this application, and of course the payment gateway. That's it. These are the core requirements that you need in both the scenarios, in the second scenario as well. But now when it comes to the second scenario where you have a good technical knowledge, a good amount of budget, you know how things work in the backend. In this case you will need two or three domains, like I have two or three servers, like I have. Basically, if I show you my setup, I have four servers connected here, plus this application is must needed. This is the main website which we download and build it like this, plus some additional things to add another level of security to boost your business, like bounce server, email verifier API, and last but not the least, of course, payment gateway. I will partially cover the second scenario in my video. Partially cover means we'll use the one domain and one server for now, but we'll also cover some things like how we can integrate this email verifier API, payment gateway, because it will be easy for both the scenarios followers to follow, and it will cover the queries and requirements of people who want to set up businesses in both ways. Okay, so guys, if we talk about our first requirement, whether you need one domain or two or three or four, my suggestion is always to go with Namecheap only for domains, because Namecheap is the only reliable platform that offers domains at cheap prices and most importantly keeps both registration and renewal charges transparent. Also, I have dropped a link for you in the description of this video. If you click on it, you will reach Namecheap and get even cheaper domains. But even if you don't want to go with my link, if you go directly, I still advise you to go with Namecheap because it's already a very affordable prices for the domains. Now our second requirement is a server or multiple servers. Now guys, if you are happy thinking to yourself that you will sign up for companies like DigitalOcean, Linode and Volta and use their provided $100 or $200 free credit to rent the servers, then I must tell you, please stop right there, because the free credits these companies give you, the services you rent with those free credits will be given to you without port number 25 enabled. That means Not even a single email can be sent from your server you get with those credits, those free credits. Port number 25 will be only enabled for you when you spend real money from your credit card or PayPal to rent out their servers. And if you have to pay for the server, then my suggestion would be never to take those servers from those three big companies which you will use for email marketing, because most of their IPs are blacklisted and the specifications they charge you for are double the companies at half of the price. As far as reliability and reputation is concerned, all six companies are equal. But in terms of performance, I believe Contabo, OVH, Hetzner, and Time for VPS has an upper hand over DigitalOcean, Linode, and Volta. If you plan to take only one server, my advice would be to go with Contabo. If you are considering taking multiple servers, my suggestion would be to not to take all the servers from the same provider. Split the providers and take servers. Like for example, for hosting an application, you can go with Contabo. For SMTP, you can go with OVH, and for bounce, you can go with Time for VPS or Hetzner, whatever you like. Their prices are already affordable, and I will leave some links in the description for you. Each link will bring an offer and benefit you in some way. Now, our third requirement is the PHP script, a web-based email marketing script software, which you can get it from my website. There are some other requirements that may not have at the moment, but you can follow me and create accounts and get APIs. All these are free. Again, I will provide all the links in the description. So let's start building now without any delay. So first thing first, we have this domain. I will use whatsinjure.com. This is a fresh domain. First, we need to delete these two records. All fine. Now we need to first change the PTR records, and for this we need to click this pencil icon, app dot domain. I should copy from here because it is the new domain I have taken. Even I did not remember the spelling accurately. Click save. Now let's do it for the second, IPv6. Click save. Now we are done with the PTR. Now we need to log in to our server, and first we need to install a control panel, a web host control panel. You can also go with cPanel or Plesk, but all these are paid. So I'll go with virtualmin, and we will install virtualmin by just these two commands. So let me log into my server. These are my credentials of this server. Let me also copy the password from here. As we are logged in into our server, so the first work is to check the host name. No, we need to change the host name. What's the domain name? Yeah, we have changed the host name as well with the same name of our PTR records. Now we need to update the server, and now we need to install virtualmin. I will drop this link also in the description below, so that you will just click and land it to this page and copy this command. Before After this, don't include this tilde and hash, because this is a part of terminal like we have tilde and hash. So only copy from wget to install sh and right click to paste and press enter. Now we need to copy this command again. Don't include this tilde and hash, and copy from sudo. Type y and press enter. Now it will take some time. Till then we need to update our DNS records, so that in the meantime it will also propagate. Copy the IP, click add new record, type a at the rate, paste the IP, add new record, again type a. This time this is the host name app. If you have a different host name, you need to enter that host name here and paste the same IP. Now let's do it for www mail ftp webmail admin. And now we need to click save all changes. Guys, if you want to know more about Webmin in detail, I have already created 4 videos on Webmin. Wait a minute, let me show you. These are the videos I have uploaded on. This is basically a Webmin mail server. So maybe I am not explaining the Webmin in detail, because I have already done these in these 4 separate videos. So I recommend you, if you does not have know much about Webmin, you can also watch these 4 videos as well. Now it will take some time. Till then we have to wait. Guys, our Webmin has been installed. Now we need to copy this link right from here. And when we open a new tab, uh, we need to remove this white space if it occurred in your case as well, and press enter. Check this security warning for now. Later we will install SSL certificate over here. Username is root and password we will copy from here and click sign in. And now here we need to set up our virtual min through this wizard. So one by one, follow the same options like I am doing. I will guide you also in each and every option like I am ticking, and but you need to tick this as well or not. But first we need to click next. You can go with default. Either check this if you have a more RAM, or go with default if you have a less RAM. Like 2 GB I am considering as less RAM, and I have 8 GB of RAM, so I think this is a good option to take this. It will make our virtual min interface fast. Now here I won't recommend you to go with this if at least you have 4 GB of RAM in your server, because 2 GB maybe consumes up by this claim AV. But it's important as well. If you check, it's good. And click next. Please check this option at any cost, spam assassin, and it will not consume much RAM as well. And click next. We need only MariaDB or MySQL. We doesn't need PostgreSQL for the email marketing application. So we can go with default. Password, either you copy this in a separate notepad file or anywhere in a safe place, or either let me do the same password here, because this is the root password which we need to log in whenever we need to work inside database. After that, click next. Check this skip check for resolvability and click next. Again, click next. Select only stored hash password and click next. Go with this if you have a RAM more than 4 GB. Otherwise, go with this if you have 2 GB of RAM. I am going with this 2 GB of RAM with regular MariaDB use. Again, click next. Create server with domain. Let me this whatsender.com, and yes, with Let's Encrypt certificate install, and click next. If our DNS has been propagated, so there will not cause any problem while installing SSL certificate. But if it's showing any problem, any debug.log error, that means our DNS has not propagated yet. But I think in my case it's propagated. So click finish. And now we need to click this recheck and refresh configuration. Our virtual server has been created. Now we need to first go back to return to virtual server list. Click edit virtual server and make sure to enable all these options, and in quota unlimited, unlimited, and save virtual server. Now return to virtual server details. Let me check the SSL installation. If it's done, it's good. Otherwise, we need to install SSL. Yes, the SSL installation is also done. In case if it's not install SSL in your case while setting up the wizard, you can find the option of SSL certificate inside the server configuration. When you click, it will ask you to install the SSL certificate, and when you click this request certificate, it will install the SSL on your domains, these domains. Now we need to create one more virtual server for app.whatsanger.com. Password, I am giving the same password. Advanced option, make sure to check all these. And create server. This time it will gives us an error for this SSL certificate. I will tell you the reason why, and then I'll show you the manual installation of SSL as well. Yeah, this is the error, and the reason is it is requesting for not only this app.whatsanger.com, but these records www.app, mail.app, which does not existed here because we did not need. We will create email ID only at like uh, email user at the rate this domain.com, not this app dot this domain.com. So that's the reason it's showing error. Now let me show you how we can install SSL manually uh, after getting these errors. Click SSL certificate, click Let's Encrypt, copy this, select this domain listed here, paste the same host name and request certificate. Now it will install. Guys, again, the app name is not necessary like I have given it in my setup as well, but it's not necessary to give always app name. You can give it any name. Just important is whatever name you set here, it has to be included in your PTR as well as in your host name as well as everywhere when it is needed, like in virtual server, in SSL, in DNS, everywhere. You can give it any name, but the name should be present anywhere, everywhere. Now we need to return back to the SSL management and we need to uh, now create one email user. Click add a user to this server. No, not against, not inside this virtual server, but we need to first select this virtual server. Whatsanger.com means only our domain without hostname. And we now need to click edit users, add a user to this server. Now let's create an email sender at the rate. Yeah, this is good. Again, you can give it any name here. I have given it sender. In quota, select unlimited and click create. I guess quotas we may also need to edit here. Yeah, quota we also need to edit in our second virtual server and modify to unlimited and save virtual server. Now select that virtual server and click this email settings and domain keys identified email mail and click install now. Return to DKIM form. Now here select yes and click save. Now here click server configuration and click DNS records and click manually edit records. Copy this value and paste it in a notepad first and remove these all these double quotes. from both the sides. And now copy this value. Click add new record, type txt. In value, paste the same value which we have copied after removing double quotes. Now copy this portion before dot, starting from 2 and before dot, and paste it here and click save all changes. And now we need to add MX record. Copy this before dot, starting from mail and before this dot. Copy this portion. Select here custom MX. In host at the rate, in mail server, copy the same value which we have, paste the same value which we have copied from Webmin. And in priority, whatever number you saw here, maybe most of the times 5 in case of Webmin, if you are following the same installation. But whatever number you see, please enter the number here and click save changes. Now DKIM is done and MX is also done. Now we need to add DMARC. For this, either you should copy the format from here, like replacing your domain with this, or either I have created a tool for both SPF and DMARC. SPF and DMARC. If you enter your domain here and generate DMARC record, it will also generate the same value from you. Either copy this or follow this format. Add new record and DMARC. Now paste this value. Copy and paste. Hmm. Let me copy it from here. Oh, sorry. TXT here and save all changes. Now we need to provide the details here, like our IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4, IPv6, and domain here, and click generate SPF record. Now copy this value in your DNS, add new record, txt, at the rate, paste the same value and save all changes. Now we are also done DMARC and SPF record. Either it will take some time to propagate. In the meantime, let's test let's copy the domain from here in incognito mode. This time 20,000 for the email client. Our email is sender at the rate this domain, And password, I have used the same password, and click sign in. Now let's test an email uh, by sending an email on mail tester. Copy the email from here, send email, sorry, click new message, paste the email, and click send. Now here it's showing, and if we click check your score, you can see 8.7, and our DKIM has not propagated yet. So some records may take some time. SPF also at last we have added, so it's also not showing propagated. So when all these records were propagated, it would be 10 on 10 for sure. Now we need to install some PHP libraries which is needed for the email marketing application. So let me copy and paste this command one by one. And don't worry about all these commands, you will find in the description of this video. Type Y and press enter. Again type Y and press enter. Now we need to install SQLite, GD library, type Y and press enter. Now we need to restart our Apache server as well as PHP FPN. Now I guess we need to configure our PHP limits which is needed for the application. For this, we first need to search here PHP and click PHP configuration. Now go for the FPM, click here edit manually and search max execution timeout here. Control F, and here is our max execution time. It's 30 right now and we need to set it on Penta 9. Now below this we will found max input time. Again we need to set it from 60 to Penta 9. Memory limit, if your server has 4 GB of RAM, you can set here 256 MB, but I have 8 GB, so I am setting up this 512 MB. If you have 16 GB, you can even set it up 1 GB, but I guess 512 MB is more than enough. 512. Now, post max file size we need to set. We can either set it here 256 or 128 MB. And now upload max file size. Whatever you set here, you need to set the same value here in the upload max file size. 128 and save and close. Now we again need to run the two commands to restart the Apache and FPM service. And now we need to search for the MySQL configuration. MySQL database server. Click here MariaDB server configuration, and in this maximum packet size, whatever value is there, set the double value of that value and save and restart MariaDB. Now we are done with the configuration. It's time to deploy the application now. The application I told you, you will find on my website. I have already downloaded it. So let me extract this zip file. The folder, the file has been extracted. Now this is the folder we need to upload. So let me make it a zip of this folder. And this is the key which we needed to install. Now we need to upload this zip file in our file manager. We can delete all these pre-existed files, and we need to click this file and upload to current directory, and we need to upload this file and click upload. The zip file has been uploaded. Now we need to extract this zip file. Click this no keep existing. Now the file has been extracted. We can delete this. Now we need to open this folder inside this folder, and we need to click here to select all and click yes. Select all from across the pages. Click cut here, and now move inside to public underscore HTML and click paste here. Now we can also delete this Acelle Mails folder. Now we need to navigate to the URL, which is app.rdomain. Now these are the requirements which we have already fulfilled by running these commands. So yeah, all checked here, and we need to click next. Site name, we can give it our site name. Messenger, email marketing. Now here it is asking for the license key, which you will find at here. Copy this and paste it here. Site description, email marketing. First name, technical, Sahil, hello at the rate. Or let me enter this email because it will send me emails on my personal email. Messenger, is this the correct domain? Yeah, it is. Create the password. I have given a simple password Sahil at the rate 123. Now we need to choose our time zone. I am from India, so select Asia Kolkata. Yes, I want to create a customer account with the same credentials as well. Now here select, go with the send mail for now and enter your email here, which we have created, sender at the rate domain, and click next. Host, localhost, username root. It's good if you create a separate user for the database if you are doing it for at production level, but right now I am going with root user, and the database name we will find at here. This is our database name app, which is created by default when we install MariaDB app, and click save. uh, I guess we have did something wrong while inputting the text. Let me fulfill again with the only required field. Messenger, email marketing. Leave the purchase code for now because it's not required. We will configure it later. First name, technical, Sahil, admin at the rate messenger.com, Sahil123, Kolkata. Messenger, not sender. And click next. Again, we need to enter our database details. Root, click save, click setup database. Cron job, I think this is the directory, or maybe this is. Let's check and save. Now we need to run a cron job, which is also we will do later. And now we have installed our email marketing application. We need to log in by providing the same credential. Now click login. So we have logged inside our email marketing application. The first thing we need to do is update the license key here, because it will disappear the after some time if we did not enter the license key, and click verify. Yeah, thank you for the license. Your license type is extended. Very good. Now guys, we first need to configure the cron job, for which it is asking all settings, background job. Search here schedule cron jobs. Create a new schedule cron job as root. Paste the same command, and it has to run every 5 minutes. No, I guess every minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, every single minute it has to run. And click create. Now we are done with the cron job. I guess it was 15 minutes. They have to write how many times it needs to run, because it would be a confusion. 0, 15, 30. Press the control and select the timing. 45 and 60 we have already selected. Save and run now. Yeah, we have run the cron job. Now hopefully this error would be gone. Yeah, the error gone. You can ignore this warning. Now here it is, it's our application, but first we need to connect our SMTP. For this we can either click here, or we can go here, sending servers. Click new server, choose SMTP. Host name would be app.whatsenger.com. Username sender@whatsenger.com. Password, we have used the same password. Port 587. Encryption TLS, and click save. Hopefully it will work. No. Fail to authenticate on SMTP with username. Two possible. Temporary authentication failure. This is our host name, and if we click save now, it's doing the same thing. Fail to authenticate our SMTP with username. This is not our username. Wait a minute. Edit user. No, that's our username. Sender whatsender.com 454 temporary authentication. It's doing the same error. Let me fix this. Now if we refresh and again add this as host name, sender@whatsender.com, password we will copy from here, and port 587 TLS. Yeah, if this error occurred like temporary authentication failure, I have already prepared for that, and I have already prepared an article and even a video on this postfix error. You just need to search postfix on my website. This error 4.7.0, the four commands same I have run mentioned here, and even I have created one video as well. Same error I have faced once when I was configuring SMTP with the Mailwiz. Then this video that I was created then. So you can follow this article if you get a same problem here like I faced. So you can do that. Default sender address would be sender at the rate our domain. Oh, this is the password. We can set the frequency according to our server: 1000 email per hour, 100 email per minute, 10,000 email per day, or custom. Please choose it as depending upon your server specifications, whatever it has, and check all these options and click save. Now our server has been configured. Now we need to add the email verifier API. For this, we need to click create new. We will use debounce API. And service provider, you can choose any service provider beyond this list, included in this list, but I am going with debounce.io. And for API key, we need to first log in or create an account on debounce. We will also find a link of this debounce.io in the description. If you are creating the account for the first time using my link, you will get free 100 credits of verifying emails. Like I have 65 available, so you will also get 100 email verified credits. Click API. I have already generated an API. In case it would be a blank in your case, then you need to either click create API, and you can also see the documentation if you want. But right now I just need to copy this API, paste it here, value 2000, limit base 5, and unit per minute, and click save. We have also configured our email verifier API. Now we need to, here we can see our customers. Right now it's only me. I have created that, create a customer account using the same credentials. So that's why it has created one customer account for me with the same credentials. Here we can create the pricing plans and currencies. Right now the currency is US dollar, and we can create the plan. The four plans already created. So it's inactive because no delivery server has been selected, because the delivery server we have to configure after the installation, but it was included in the database, in the installation database. So it has created all the four plans, but inactive because of server. We can enter the name, description of the plan, the amount, the tax amount if we want to charge, the currency, whatever currencies we have created here, it will show, and the billing cycle. And also if we require the billing information, we can check it from here. And inside the settings, we need to first select the quota. We can set the quota of how many emails a user can send. If we check unlimited, it will allow user to send unlimited emails. Same in case of email list, subscribers, okay, or you can say contacts. Subscriber per list means how many subscriber a user can add in a particular list. And segments, like how many segments a user can have if it has a multiple IPs, or if the user has set up multiple servers. So this is segment per list. Maximum campaigns, how many users can send a maximum campaign, number of campaign. And automation, like if someone wants to integrate the API, like it also offers the API in the integrated in the website. And if someone wants to set up an automation, like if someone has purchased something or someone has ordered something, so what email they should receive can be set through the automation. Like if the client list is there with their date of birth, so if someone client has a birthday, if some client has a birthday today, so it will automatically sends an email like a client, that client a happy birthday. As a, this is how automation works. Maximum size of files, attachments, how many attachments it can be include. And upload size per file MB, we can set all from here. Customer can use API. That's how the automation works. And export, import, and unsubscribe URL, it is important in case of if someone wants to unsubscribe your email list. If you integrate, it's a high chances your email will receive directly in the inbox. Now this is the security section, which we can configure how many emails per hour, how many cores. Like in this server, this is a quad core processor, so how many cores we can use for this plan, particular this plan. Single process will be always good. And if we have any bounce limit, like the best limit is 14%, don't go beyond 14%, otherwise your server provider will blacklist your IP, or will disable your port number 25. Or maybe if you reach the higher limit, like 44-45%, then it may be cause the temporary or permanent suspension of your account. So make sure to select the bounce limit here and click save changes. Now here we need to select the sending server. Right now we have only one server. So when we click, it will ask us to, it will show all the list of servers we have. So right now we have only one, SMTP. So we can select that server. And the email verification, either we can set use on email verification servers, mean customers are allowed to add their email verifier servers, like we add our debounce API, or it is bound the server to use email verification servers which is integrated by us only. So it's good if you check this option. because why should we tell customer that, yeah, we if we are including this thing like email verifier is also included in our plan, then we can set this. Otherwise, in free plan, it's better to go with this option. Now our plan is ready. Now if we, yeah, it is activate. If we enable this, now it should be activated. Admins, here we can manage the admin groups and resellers from here, like administrator and reseller, and here we can see the users of both admins and resellers. Sending server we have already added. Bounce server we can also add in the same way if we have another server. Email verifier we have also added. Feedback loop server only, uh, it would be needed in mainly in automations. If someone wants to use only automation, either you can ignore if you have sending server, bounce server, and email verifier. Now in the settings, you can set the name here, which we have already done in the wizard. You can change the logo, site logo, fav icon, and the large logo is this one. If I show you, this means the large logo. If you change the logo here only, so it will appear here, and this logo, a small logo, will appear here, and fav icon will appear here. Now we can enable captchas if we want. We can enable customer registration captcha, and if we want to submit any uh, captcha, we can enable from here. And if we want to submit any Google Analytics code or something like any code which is we need to paste it inside head tag, so we can paste the code here. Builder, it will allow us to two email builders, so we can set this, and we need to, after that we need to click save changes. System email, this is the email which uses by our system. If someone has signed up to our platform, so they may receive a confirmation email with the link attached in that email, and if someone click that link, only then the account should be active. So you can set up this by here. Let me set up this. What's in here? Port number 587, TLS, username, sender at the rate, and password we will paste from here. And here we will change the email from email, which is no reply. And if we save, it has saved. And if I send a test email, let's say hello at the rate technicalfile.com, subject test, and content hi. And if I send, email sent successfully. If I check, so I have received no reply at the rate whatsanger.com, and this means our system email server is also working and delivering the emails right to inbox. System URLs, this is by default okay, you don't need to change. You only need this option when you are migrating to a new URL, then it is needed. Background job we have also done, license we have also done. Now the thing is template, payment gateways, this is the main thing remaining. We can enable these mentioned payment gateways like Stripe, PayPal, Razorpay, Paystack, coin payments if we want to receive payments in cryptocurrency. Right now I have only Stripe, so I will connect Stripe. and we need to provide these two keys, which I will copy. Publishable key from here. This is my test API. If I want production, so I need to disable this, and it will see my production API after activating from here and connect. Stripe has been also configured, and if we want to enable and edit this offline method, like if we want any instruction, like these are our bank details, these are our PayPal ID, whatever it is. PayPal by default is already there, but whatever instruction, bank details we want to mention here, we can. And we can also enable the offline payment gateway and online. Now I guess we are done for right now. Let me log in it as a customer and send one campaign. Now guys, how the customer area works, I have already created one video because I am also building the same platform. I am also using the same app, and I have created this application. This video, you can watch this video. This is the same video using the same platform, and you can see the demo of customer from here, customer area from this video. I'll also put the link in the description of that video. Now I guess we are all done except one thing. Yeah, how to change these branding, because if I show you my application, it's my brand name here. So if you are using the same application and if your customer has reached a logo, you will change. I showed you how you can change, but these type of small things, user will immediately tackle that you are using a third party software, and there's a high chances the user can also download and set up this application instead of using your platform. Maybe the user will get to know that this is not a custom based application, it's downloaded. And so how you can add your branding in the footer or anywhere, like whatever your branding is not there. So you can do this by simply, let me open my code editor. You can also do it with a notepad, or if you're comfortable with any of notepad plus plus or Sublime, you can also go with. I am comfortable with this one, VS Code. So let me open this folder. Now guys, here we need to go inside resources, lang means language, English, and messages. Here control F and search for this branding. In these 30 places, you need to add your brand. Like if I show you one, let's say if we need to change this line, by email marketing application by, yeah, this is the line. Suppose if we need to change and I have to write mail rackle here, which is the same way I have written here mail rackle. So what I need to do, go to my file manager, and what is the path? Resources, lang, and English. Resources, lang, English, and edit Now search for the same line, Control F, and here we need to suppose write 2023 Mail Rackle, 2023 Mail Rackle. If we save, and if I refresh, then it's 2023 Mail Rackle. So this way, this is just a one way I have showed you. All the brandings you can edit right from here. Just search in this, just remember the path. I don't think other languages you need to edit. If you need to edit, you can do with same with the other languages as well. Like this is the default, which is English, and wherever you see this name, you need to replace this name and this website with your brand and your website. So that way you can change the branding. This is a bit tricky part, especially if you're not a coder, but yeah, you are building a platform, you're deploying an app, a platform which could be used by n number of users. So yeah, you need to do this type of thing. Mainly this is not a big thing like I have showed you. Wherever you see the branding, you can take the you can copy the whole line and search it here in this file, messages.php. You will find all the lines used in this software at here in this file. So you can replace either one by one before installation or after installation. So this video I think is getting much lengthier. Yeah. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.